So I'm here in Sydney about to leave to go to the Tony Robbins event. I'm very excited. I drove down last night and I'm leaving early this morning so I can get to registration, find a park and do all those bits and pieces that take up a lot of time. For those that don't know, it's actually an extremely long day, or the 4 days are actually really long. They go for about 12 hours of sitting and listening and interacting and doing exercises and all sorts of stuff that Tony gets us to do. So I'm curious to see how I'm going to go with being there for 12 hours, and that's not even including traffic in Sydney to get there and back. And I've packed a crap load of food because they don't obviously supply meals. So you can't bring eskies and there's nowhere to microwave a meal. So I've brought along some bread from Baker's Delight, I've got some nuts and fruit, I've brought a salad, just bits and pieces I can eat because I'm going to be having lunch and dinner there basically. So I actually bought tickets to see Tony Robbins months and months and months ago. I think it was either the end of last year or the start of the year, because I really didn't want to miss out, and the tickets were actually a lot cheaper back then. I can't believe how expensive they are now. It's crazy. Anyway, more importantly, I'm really excited to see what the event is like. I believe it's very high energy, very high vibe, so I'm looking forward to meeting some like-minded people and just to see what sort of transformation takes place. I'm super excited for that. I'll be honest, this sort of thing is totally up my alley. I love personal development and I'm studying life coaching, so I just can't wait. I'm so excited. So I have actually made it here and the traffic here in Sydney is insane. I'm totally not going to take it for granted that it takes me not long to get anywhere in Newcastle, like literally 10 minutes to work, as opposed to this craziness. There is literally already a line. It is before 8 o'clock, registration doesn't open until 9, and the event doesn't actually happen until 12. Super eager.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are ready, make some noise! Wow, what a privilege to be back with you. Thank you for having me. Awesome. This is our 27th straight year here in Sydney and our largest UPW to date. Find 10 people, high five, introduce yourself, give them a hug, introduce yourself, and grab a seat. This is my 41st year doing this. I started when I was 3, of course, and hey, what's that? And in those 43 years, I could be an idiot at this point. I have to see there are patterns that control our lives.
Hello, so it's the start of day 2. I got through day 1 yesterday. It was an amazing day. Super high energy, high vibes all round, met some amazing, incredible people. What else did I do? My goodness. It was virtually like a nightclub slash concert slash friendship circle thing. I don't even know how you would actually word the event, but it was great. I actually sat with 2 New Zealand guys that are about my age, and I sat with 2 Brazilian girls, and I also sat next to a 50-something-year-old Australian male from Bega, and we had a great conversation and we all hit it off. So it was really awesome. People from literally all over the world came to this, from France and Italy, New Zealand, Brazil, Russia, like everything, everybody. It was insane. I felt very privileged that I only lived about 2 hours away from this event, to be honest with you. Tony Robbins isn't actually talking today. He only speaks on day 1 and day 3 apparently because of his vocal cords. I'm not quite sure what's in store today, but I'm keen to figure out what it might be. Yesterday I decided to fully immerse myself in the experience and not let my inhibitions hold me back, or your social conditioning, all that sort of stuff which we delve into with 8,000 people, and it is truly amazing. I won't lie, at first it was a little uncomfortable and felt a little bit ridiculous, but everybody actually did it, and so you could get the most out of the event that you possibly could by fully just letting and surrendering to it. You know, too many of us just kind of exist and sleep through life rather than trying to get the most out of life that we can possibly get for ourselves and enjoy it as much as possible and live a very fulfilling life, and not just living up to society's expectations of what we should do or how we should. And that's basically what this event is about, is how to be a better version of yourself, how to get what you really want in life and out of life, and then actually going after that and doing it and not just letting it fall by the wayside and regretting it later. Good morning, this is day 3. I feel absolutely shattered. I felt like I was hit by a truck and a bus and a freaking tank this morning when I got out of bed. I'm sitting in the Macca's car park having a sneaky naughty breakfast before I literally do a 16-hour day. I thought 12 hours was, you know, but I'm like 16? Holy cow. This event really is not for the faint-hearted, I'll tell you that much. I really wanted to come and I'm so glad that I'm here and I feel super blessed and grateful, but it's not for the faint-hearted at all. Like, they push you to your physical limits, your mental limits. It's funny because once you're there, you're like totally enthralled and immersed in everything with everybody. 8,000 people in this one big stadium place, like, it's really quite lovely, like kind of spiritual in a way, with everyone being on, and everyone is there for different reasons and a different purpose for their life, and I love learning about people's reasons why they're there and their stories. It fascinates me. But yeah, it's super high energy when you're there. You're engaged the entire time, like 12 hours goes by. Time does pass super duper quick, and like, it's great because you forget to check your phone, you forget to look at your watch, you know, you don't look at that stuff because you're so in the moment with everybody, and it's a real like nice human connection, if that makes sense, with everyone there together. So Tony wasn't actually talking yesterday. He had some he had his really good friend who is a neuropsychologist person, insanely good. Like, he had 3 speakers yesterday and I'll remember every single one. Like, they were all equally, don't you love when Instagram stories cuts you off? All equally amazing, all equally incredible. Very, very touching. I've laughed, I've cried, I've danced, I've hugged, like, I've sat there quietly, like, everything in one. It's so cool. I also feel like I've definitely gotten my money's worth. Every single dollar already. And I'm only halfway through. Am I? No, it's the 3rd day. Oh my god, losing track of time. Honestly, it's a real thing with this. I'm just thanking my past self for like deciding to book the ticket. See, for me, I was kind of like, do I, don't I? I really like his stuff, but do I need to actually go? You know, is it worth that amount of money? To be honest with you, I got a very cheap ticket in comparison to what other people have paid, because they've upped the ticket price the closer the event got, which I've never experienced before. I thought they always discount that sort of thing and just to get the tickets sold off, but the people that really want to be here will be here. They will find a way. And people come to these events for so many different reasons. Some people come because they want to just be a happier person and be a better person. Others come because they want to make more money and have financial freedom. Others come because they want to find out what they really want to do in life, what their passion is, what their purpose. Others come to have more fulfilling and deeper relationships, friendships, a deeper sense of self. Every single thing you can think of is a reason why people pretty much come to these events. It's pretty insane. Some people come because they don't want to just settle for a mediocre life. Others come because they want to enhance their family life. I've heard so many different stories, so many different reasons, so many different whys, and it's just so touching because we're all there together. Wowee, yesterday was definitely the most incredible day of all the days so far. I look like I'm wearing the same clothes, by the way, but it's only because this is the warmest jacket that I have and the stadium's really cold. This might sound a little bit crazy and maybe even a little bit far-fetched, but after seeing Tony Robbins live and seeing what he does and how he does it, I think it's safe to say that he's the closest thing that we have to like a physical Jesus on earth. What I was saying is that Tony Robbins is probably the closest thing that we have to a physical Jesus type person on earth. He is like superhuman in so many ways, it's mind-blowing. And the good that he does is just like, it blows me away. And I say this because he has such a thorough and deep understanding of humans and what drives them and the psyche and the thought patterns and the feelings and what influences their behaviour and why they have the results they have in life. And in addition to this, it's clear that he has mastered his brain. His brain does not control him, he controls his brain. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. And physically, like he's physically mastered his body as well. He has just got so much self-control. I'm just so impressed. And even though like I'm a life coach and shit and I can sit there and I can rationalize what he's doing with us and to us right now, it's kind of like, it's a whole nother level.